So I found this video of this what sounds like a former black liberal that has absolutely fucking at it with his previous political um, loyalties and alliances to the Democratic Party, and this dude is cooking. I love to see it. I love to see like people that aren't just rural white people waking up to the absolute fraud that is the Democratic Party, the corruption. And I'm seeing a lot, in my personal life and online. I'm seeing a lot of like black male, black males coming over to the conservative side, and when they come over, they swing over hard. They swing into being very conservative. Um, I'd like to see it amongst the black women, but it doesn't seem like that's happening. If anything, they're going more liberal than they've previously been. So there's that. But hey, we're winning over black guys. And I mean, to be honest with you, out here on the road, you talk to people at the truck stops, black, white, Hispanic. It's a mix. Fuck, you got a shit ton of Muslims and Sikhs and stuff like that out here too, Pakistani. And although I don't talk to them too much, they're kind of off on their own, doing their own thing. I talk to a lot of black and Hispanic and white guys out here, and you know, as a trucker, we tend to be a pretty political group of people, and we tend to be conservative. And I have yet to find personally yet to find a trucker, black, white, or other that is a liberal or a Democrat. So, I mean, that's heartening. Uh, but yeah, I found this video. This dude is cooking. So I just wanted to play it, react to it.
This fucking political party, the Democratic Party, have lied to us about everything. They've lied about being the party of the middle.
100%. Like, bingo. Yeah, they've lied to you about everything. And people are starting to wake up. I mean, it took decades. They've got the lies buried so deep into our culture that it's hard to root them out. And it's when a person first comes over from a left leaning viewpoint, it. I've noticed that it takes them a while to start really grasping how bad they've been lied to and for how long. And basically, you've based your entire political philosophy on an anti-human death cult lie. You just have, and it's hard to deal with that.
Class. They've lied about being the party of peace. They've lied about being the party of that wants to help poor people. Okay, what the last
They don't want to help poor people. They want to keep you poor and broke because successful independent people don't vote Democrat. They just don't. I mean, you have your rich elites, and they vote Democrat because they are directly tied into the government redistribution system, the government grant system through the universities, the media, and these large corporations that rely on, working closely with the government. So you do have rich Democrats, successful Democrats, but they need to be in good with the political parties that are in power, and it's been the Democrats in power. So those are the rich Democrats you see. What you don't see is um, like people who built themselves up from nothing without relying on the government. They made it on their own. You don't see those people being Democrats.
several weeks have proven to us all is that this is a cadre of criminals and losers and spoiled children of affluent parents who were more concerned about looking good than actually doing good. These are people who were more concerned about looking like they were doing something for the American people than actually doing things for the American people. And that's why I'm so angry.
Get angry. Get angry. You've been lied to.
Because this party lied to me while stealing my tax dollars. The Democratic Party lied to us all while they brought in millions of illegal immigrants for their own political purposes for the last 4 years. 20 to 30 million illegal aliens brought in, and now we come to USAID being probably the largest money laundering operation in American history. Congratulations, Dems. You've outdone even Bernie Madoff.
I love to see people waking up. And I'm hoping that your average black person in America starts realizing that white people aren't their enemies. We haven't been for quite some time. In fact, we reached a decent level of racial harmony like in the 90s, in the early 2000s, and then all of a sudden it was all blown apart because you can't have a unified people. You have to tribalize a society if you want to break that society down and be able to run these criminal scams and organizations without people uniting. You don't want people uniting. You don't want them talking about the actual problems, which is our corrupt government and all the theft. You want them at each other's throats over imaginary or exaggerated issues. Does racism exist? Absolutely, racism exists. Is there a deep rooted like vile like hatred where you want to off an entire race of people in this country? No, that there's no deep movement of that. I mean, you have people that are going to be like that, but you're going to have them on every single side. You have the black Israelites and everything else was just a a racial hate group. So yeah, I'm hoping that they start realizing that like just your normal ass white dudes like me and that other 99% of the normal white dudes, we don't give a fuck about you. Like we don't care what you're doing with your life or whatever, as long as you're not like destroying our shit or wrecking stuff around us, we don't care. Like we want you to be prosperous and happy. Uh, we don't want to foot the bill for it. We don't want it to come out of our checks to support any kind of thing that you're doing. You need to do it on your own. And so I'm hoping that there's like a racial recognition in this country that like we're not each other's enemies. Our enemies sit up there in the $8,000 Armani suits and embezzle billions of dollars from all of us while telling all of us or pitting all of us against each other.
I'm disgusted beyond words. Disgusted with the waste of money. Disgusted with the waste, with the fraud. With the way that you people use color legitimacy and the way you use black people as fucking mules to get us to push whatever fucking agenda you wanted to.
They wrecked the black community on purpose with drugs and degenerate culture. Like they took the most degenerate elements, celebrated it, put it in movies and music, and just flooded the entire black culture with that. And later on, flooded all of American culture with it. And they also flooded the black communities with drugs. They created they basically married the black woman to the federal government. That's what happened. And so you see all these broken homes amongst the black communities where fathers are, um, a home with a father is definitely not a common thing. And you're starting to see it in the white community too. Like they're doing to the white community what they did to the black community. They did it to the black community with cocaine and crack. Now they're doing it to the white community with fentanyl and meth. But they broke the back of the black community where they used to be a more cohesive blue collar community that were actually, they came out of slavery. there was the whole Reconstruction era, the Civil Rights era, which truly, I truly believe that was a communist psyop. But um, because all it did was it was the beginning stages of ushering in the DEI stuff that we have now. And so they basically broke the black family, got blacks out of church, um, got the marriage rate down, and then also, of course, like with what's her name, Margaret Sanger or whatever, this evil witch that pushed abortion and mainly aimed it at Black America, wanting to or keep the black community or black population manageable through abortion. And so, like, any black people that support abortion, it actually like blows my mind because you know you you're tilting at windmills when it comes to um, going after just your average white person or whatever for laughing at a racial joke or whatever, like how we used to have in the 90s where blacks could make fun of whites could make fun of blacks. You want to destroy a white person for that now. When there is a whole eugenicist foundation to the abortion movement that was literally meant to cull the black population and keep it lower, to lessen the black population. And so to support that, I mean, you're literally supporting something that was founded on either wiping you out or keeping your population low and manageable. So I think that as more and more truth comes out and this narrative gets broken, there's going to be more black people that become aware of this. And I think we're going to see an end to abortion, which I hope, because abortion is nothing more than murder.
The amount of division you used black people to sow upon the American people, you used us for that. And I will never, ever forgive this political party. The shit that I've gone through.
See, what he said there is actually kind of deep. They broke the back of the black community, pushed degeneracy, and then aimed them at the heart of the rest of America once they had done that. And actually started fomenting true like disdain and hate for this group of people who actually just had a war waged against them by the federal government, a covert war. While the government's pretending that they're there to help the blacks, they're actually just destroying them.
Personally, y'all were supposed to be the party of free speech, the party of women's rights. You have immolated all of those things. And then, as if enough weren't enough, you then decide that you're going to die on the hill of USAID, a government audit. You're trying to prevent a government audit because some of you really are trying to stay out of prison. We see the game now. Y'all been out here telling us that the game was rigged against certain people. Well, now we found out who the people that were rigging the game were. Congratulations. Y'all are never...
Amen. Amen. Thank God that you're finally seeing it, man. We've been screaming it that it ain't us rigging the game, but thank God you're finally seeing it.
We're gonna win another political race ever again. Not if I can help it.
So that man is mad, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. And I think that you're going to see a lot more Black Americans coming over as more and more of the indoctrination of their people and the destruction of their people and how it was done through government funding becomes more and more obvious. And I welcome it, come on over. Anybody that wants to come over and be based, I'm down for it, as long as you're not illegal. But I don't care, Hispanic, Black, whatever. If you're based and you're about America and you want to see Americans thrive and you want to reduce our government and basically end the welfare handouts, so I don't have to subsidize other people's laziness. Fucking A, come on board. Let's go. Let's get this fucking train rolling. But with that, that's the video. I just wanted to pull over to this little rest area, make this quick video, take the dog on a walk. And I got to roll across this border to Oklahoma, and hopefully the DOT don't rate me at this scale. Actually, I shouldn't say that word. I guess YouTube don't like it. It's already said. I'm not editing out, so it is what it is. If you like the video, consider giving me a subscribe, a like, whatever. I'm gonna try to make like 2 or 3 of these a day, and I'll also do like trucker style, like vlogs and stories too. So it won't just be reaction content. I'm just kind of like figuring stuff out. So if you like it, like, subscribe, or don't, and give me a comment below if you got something to say. So with that, peace.